Then there's what's happening in Philadelphia today with James Harden getting introduced and Brooklyn introducing Ben Simmons. So let's hear from Ben first, and then we'll take it all in. Go for it.
It was just piled up, a bunch of things that have gone over the years to where I just knew I wasn't myself, and I needed to get back into that place of, being myself and being happy as a person, and taking care of my well-being. And that was that was the major thing for me. It wasn't about the basketball, it wasn't about the money, anything like that. I want to be who I am and get back to, playing basketball at that level and, being myself.
Look, there's nothing more serious than mental health issues, and he said the mental health had nothing to do with the trade and nothing to do with Philadelphia. It had something to do with what have you that seems to appearing at this moment in time to no longer be an issue. He says he's not ready to play yet. This is serious business, man. This is serious business, and it's, it's terribly unfortunate right now that we're sitting here wondering, was he jaking it mentally to get the hell out of Philadelphia? And now he's saying things like it had nothing to do with the trade, nothing to do with basketball. He just wanted to be himself. I mean,
what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. You're not going to be satisfied by any answer in Philadelphia because he definitely did not perform well in the playoffs last year. And if the criticism about not performing well in the playoffs led to his mental state being the way it is, I totally get that. Being a professional athlete and being criticized stinks. And I can't imagine if you're not ready for it or it's the first time that's ever happened in your life, you want out of there. You want out of there. And you would hope that you could toughen it out and take things head on. But, what goes on between your temples, you can't control. And we are very sensitive to that subject matter here. We talk about it all the time. But if you're using that as a front, then shame the hell on you. And I don't know what to make of it. I'm not going to sit here and make any sort of judgment on his mental state. Let's see when he comes back and plays and see what it looks like. But it's unfortunate that now we're if he did use that as a way to get out of Philadelphia, then shame on him forever.
Yep.
But let's see what happens from here on out, because you got to take people at their word when it comes to this matter. I just don't understand what it meant that he said. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's why I'm hesitant to say anything other than I'm more concentrating on James Harden.
Let's get it. Here's what James Harden had to say. Here's what Harden had to say today.
Originally, when I was going through everything I was going through, in Houston, Philly was my first choice. It just didn't happen. So, but just detailed, I don't really want to get into, the Brooklyn situation. I just knew, for a very long time this was a perfect fit. And obviously you got a big man, the best big man in the league, in Joel. And then obviously the coaching, just from top to bottom, it made sense. And I'm just happy and blessed that I'm here. And as Doc and everybody knows and everybody wants is to win and be the last team standing. So I'm excited for the opportunity.
All right, this is it, right?
This is it.
Let's go.
He's got
to win here.
We just saw on Sunday what longtime veterans in this league look like when they finally get their ring, right? Or folks like Odell Beckham get their ring.
All shifts.
Okay, all shifts.
All shifts.
And it's time for Harden to get that, because if he doesn't get it this time around, you know what he is? He's Westbrook. Great career.
Bouncing around.
Teams. Why can't he fit in all these places? Everyone's excited to have him, and then they can't wait to say adios. Yeah. Then now's the time.
Yeah, this is it.
Now's the time. Him and Embiid working together, dynamite two-man game, Euro stepping all over the place, shooting free throws and winning championship. That's the way it's got to go.
This, Rich, you got to give him time, but this is the right opportunity.
Warren Sapp in studio, hour number 3. No, I know you got to give him time.
I mean, I wouldn't say like if they don't win and he's with the team for a quarter of the half a season, then it's a failure. I would like to see a full year before I would say like, all right, whether this had worked or not.
Christopher, I don't have the standings in front of me. You do have the standings in front of you. Where are the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference standings?
In 4th place, I think.
Where are they right now?
Let's see. They got a big game in Boston tonight. They're 4th.
Okay, they're 4th.
But the top 6 is a logjam.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. So why not now?
No, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a...
Why not now? What, you got to... By the time April hits, how many games they got left? 30? right?
Well,
35.
They played 56. He's not coming back until after the All-Star game.
So you miss a couple games this time.
He's going to have like
26 games left.
That's good enough. It's good enough.
No, that's good enough to just
start playing. No, it's good. It's good enough. No, this is it. Now's the time, right? What do you think? Next year you can make a couple more moves and it's a little better. So yeah, I guess you got what, a year and a half to make this work.
I would say they need to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
They got to make it work right
PJ?
now, man.
Yeah, I mean that would be. I'm just saying,
Philly
like you said, 26 games together. I'm not willing to say if they don't win a title at the end of this year that this was a failure and that Harden's a bust. You know, some chemistry issues and things are going to work out.
If they lose in 6 or 7 games in the East Finals to maybe Milwaukee, and then expectations are going to be really high next year, and they should be.
And they should be. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Morey can work his magic and get this team a little bit better.
I think so. And they'll be one of the favorites.
But this stop in Philly, right? This is it, right?
I would say this. Needs to work
unless he gets traded somewhere else, or he goes somewhere else, and he's the last piece again, and suddenly what? He's a 35-year-old guy trying to win it.
He should want to make this his last stop.
He can't exactly. He can't do what he did in Houston and Brooklyn now in Philly, or suddenly he's the major problem.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.